welcome to the Vintage Fair. This is the autumn Vintage Fair. It happens twice a year, once in the spring, once in the autumn. This is a great one because people are buying Christmas presents and I'm wrapping up for this cold snap too. But I've been involved in the Vintage Fair for the last number of years, working as a stylist, doing the promotional shoots and features, and then also emceeing on the day and doing some presentations. Joan Murray is the one that came up with the idea a number of years back. She is Vintage Ireland. She runs these vintage fairs and then also the antique fairs. Vintage fairs are a bit of a monster and she's continuing with her antique fairs, but I've taken over the vintage fairs from now on. To shop like a vintage pro, well, firstly, don't feel you have to be a vintage pro, because I think people can get really, really intimidated by vintage shopping. They can get intimidated by vintage shops. You know, somewhere if it's small and you feel like you're going to be noticed, because we're used to these great big vast stores that no one comes up to you. But if you think of it another way, that's the beauty of it. Someone is there that's really going to be able to guide you through the shopping process, encourage you, inform you. And the one thing to know about vintage traders is they are so knowledgeable and they're only dying to chat to you about it as well. So definitely, you know, I would say the first thing is go into the vintage shops and talk to the people there, because they're the people that are going to be able to kind of share their wisdom and teach you a little bit about it as well. So the first one I would say is, yeah, definitely engage with those in the know to be a pro. Secondly, try it on. 100% try it on. And I'm always saying that because sometimes people will see something and they'll think, oh, that won't be my body shape. I think we're definitely used to shopping online now and shopping really quickly with our eyes in the high street, and we think, okay, we can kind of identify very quickly how something looks, how it will be on our body. But things have changed. The way tailoring was in kind of past decades is completely different to how it is now. So I would definitely say you need to try it on. You know, our waist is in a different place to where we think it is. And also, you know, what we wear underneath is going to make a big difference too. So tip number 3, I would definitely pay attention to the garment itself. So what are you buying and what are you going to be using it for? So what is the quality like at this time? And if it's something that, you know, like I love so many vintage dresses that I have that I hang them on walls and different stuff like that, or have them on mannequins. But I definitely think it's really important, if it's something that you want to wear day in, day out, you know, how worn is it? Is it gently worn or is it very worn? And what do you want it for? And I wouldn't let anything put you off, but it's just that you need to be certain what you want it for. And also you need to respect how old these items are too. So if something has lasted through wars and you feel like you're just going to be, you know, hacking around on the Lewis and out on the Saturday night, you need to really respect the item for what it is, how old it is, and treat it with the care that obviously its previous owners have. So, you know, someone in 20 or 30 years' time will still get to enjoy it.